And ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the little technical hiccup there, but we are back with the show. Well, the time is at 0. The song is now done. You know what it means? Time for some fun!
No.
Woo!
Hello, everybody. No. Okay, stream's over then.
Okay, bye.
Okay, no. Get back! Get back here! Chip, I'm in Santa Fe! Get back here! Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again with the Ragtag Crew as you hopefully know and love them. I am your host, Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, and I am your Dungeon Master for tonight. And joining us, we have the Ragtag Crew. We have Cotlol.
Hi.
We've got Dell.
Boing.
We've got Raven.
Oh?
We've got Aeon.
Ready to roll.
We've got Chopper.
Hello.
We got Heidi.
Lemonade.
And we've got Lena.
Yo.
Alright, so, once again everyone, I'd like to apologize for the little technical hiccup just before we started. My XSplit actually froze up with 2 minutes left on the clock, so I had to restart my laptop. All I can say is, no, that's bad, Grr!
Ooh.
Oh.
I shall sing the Doom song now.
Grr, don't do that. Oh dear. Just for the record, Invader Zim was one of the best cartoons.
It still
It
is.
was. It was also incredibly weird looking back on it.
Yes, but you forgot, we were kids when we saw it, and there was only one thing that came to our mind. Random, funny.
Yes.
And then when we look back on
You're
it,
wrong.
then we wonder, how the hell was that on the air?
I could tell
Anyway.
I could tell you, Double D.
Okay, that one still holds up. That show still holds up.
I still can't believe that Ed, Ed, and Eddie were in Mega Man. I will tell that one later. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope everyone is actually doing well tonight. Is everyone doing good?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, so
I mean, it's 2:30 in the afternoon, so...
yeah, I forgot. America's just had their time zone reset literally yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yep.
You guys had it literally 2 weeks ago, and we did last week, but and we didn't actually have D&D that week, so that still worked out.
Yeah, still
For
worked
me,
out.
it was yesterday.
No, he's on about our time.
Oh.
Yeah, Europe had their own one, and then you guys have one. Why does the world have to be so complex?
The US is actually thinking of getting rid of it.
Zong.
Good.
What? But then I can't do my I'm an hour ahead of you anymore. Oh
In
well.
4 hours.
Oh, 4, 5, 6. Kangaskhan. Khan. I don't care. I'm so many hours ahead of you.
Shall we move on?
Yes, let's
You know,
move on.
Okay, yeah, moving on.
So, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for tonight's episode of Perception Check?
Ish.
Alright, so I have to put on Solemn Vow. No joke this time, we're going straight for the creepy music. Yeah. I mean, unless anyone has a joke.
A joke.
Best joke!
My life.
Any more
Oh!
puns and I am out.
Oh! Yeah, I agree with Lena and Aeon. No. You took that joke from Moose Knuckle.
Any more bad puns and I am gone.
No, don't go. We like the Lena.
Houdini.
God damn it, Vanos. Alright. So,
Okay.
ladies and
Never
gentlemen, last time on Perception Check, the mighty team, known as the Hope Finders, ended up managing to finish their expedition in the Green Shard Mines. After managing to recover not only the shards that they had lost when they entered the secret temple beneath the very mines themselves, but they managed to recover the presence of Lord Lorna from the city of Helix, who the group had been previously banned from, discovering that there may have been some secret double-ganging tricks of some kind. Meanwhile, as this was going on, all of them were venturing with rescuing Marcus, the captain of the Celestial Guards of Noir, and also dealing with the spell of void transportation by the helpful hand of Quill in the...
Get my revenge, Brownie.
Oh, I know. But of course, as the team were recollecting themselves after what happened and preparing themselves, they decided that it might be best to plan themselves and recover, get themselves adjusted, get a drink, and nearly get killed by a piano. Which we could all agree was the highlight of that episode, maybe to all but one.
Yes.
Look, I'm going to deny any involvement there.
I will get my revenge, Moonraven.
Well, it wasn't me.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You're
Yeah.
gonna make me choke on my popcorn.
Hey, you two knuckleheads were wasted, okay?
And everyone knows when you're wasted, the time is pasted. That's, as in pasted all over Facebook.
Anyways.
Yes. Just for the record, I'd like to point out that highlight I showed to my friend, he couldn't stop laughing and said, "Bravo." In both ways. Both to the players and me. So, thank you for the highlight of the whole episode. Anyway, so after that little expedition, you all met up together back at the inn. You all recovered from a long rest. And the day is now yours. So, Hope Finders, I can tell you right now that today is a chance to relax. You all have woken up on this brisk sort of cloudy morning. The sky is completely covered with grey clouds. There isn't a single spot of sunshine. But there still is at least enough sunlight to at least make it like a standard sort of gloomyish day. This is actually the standard weather for Noir. So, with this, you all wake up. You all reconvene in the... No, sorry?
Quick question.
Yes.
Long rest or short rest?
Long rest.
Long
So
rest.
all of you are back to full strength. And...
Okay.
No worries. And you all reconvene back in the you all meet up in the lunch area, I think we'll call that. And you end up meeting the dwarven housekeeper, who looks over you, hands you your breakfast, and I'll say that you at least have a nice pleasant breakfast, and he just lets you basically just leave you to your own devices. So, Hope Finders, what would you like to do?
Well, my plan was to go to the mines, so that's where I'm gonna go.
Hey, Hey, that's your death warrant.
And I do believe Dell agreed to go with me.
Zelion, did you agree or what? Wait, I believe it was Mugbeard who said he would.
That too.
Hello there.
I think I said I would think about it.
Yeah, Raven said you said you would drag Raven, and he said sure, and Zelion was a maybe.
Yeah, then Mugbeard and I are both there.
Oh yeah, because at this point I almost forgot. You all agreed that you would meet up. You guys would meet up earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just back up a little bit. So, Chopper, Raven, and I suppose we'll ask this: Dell, is Zelion coming with, or is Zelion staying out?
I think Zellion's gonna stay out for now.
All right. So, Magnus, you drag Mugbeard, who's maybe a little bit on the hazy end, and you end up going by the local blacksmith, as you agreed that you would pick up Ivory, and you find that Ivory is not there.
I did tell her that meet us at the mine shaft, so there's a good chance she's already there. Either that or in a house sleeping. Either one.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go to the mine shaft.
Okay. Raven, Is Mugbeard still with Magnus at this point, or is Mugbeard... whereabouts is Mugbeard in all of this?
In my mind, I was
As
literally
he's
dragging him.
at the mine.
Okay. So, you two reconvene at the mines, and you actually find that Ivory is not there.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
But there is... Oh, sorry. Oh, right. Well, that would be a question for you, Cot. Well, actually, hold on. Cot. I'll tell you what, before we carry on, Cot, make a perception check for me. See if your keen ears and sight and things will be able to hear the sound of a full-plated half-orc creeping through a hotel.
Well, it's a half chained.
Half-chained.
At this point.
6.
Darn it!
No, it's too heavy. He either moved elegantly silent, or you were just heavy sleeping that day.
I'd say
Probably heavy sleeping.
Fair enough. All
But,
right.
You know what that means then. It entails then.
Yep, I do.
Okay.
We'll have to wait and see where this
What does
goes.
it entail?
So, Magnus, Mugbeard, the two of you arrive at the entrance to the Green Shard Mines, and you actually do see a figure standing in front of it. His back is turned, and is wearing a Celesta Guard outfit, but not just any outfit. It is the head guard himself. It is Marcus. His back is turned to you. He's just looking out at the entrance at this point, and he's just peering inside.
I'm gonna roll stealth.
Go ahead, roll stealth.
You know what my plan is, right?
Well, I don't know.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm just following your orders, brave sir. $17. Let me see if he somehow beats that.
Wait, what's...
Okay. All right. I have my dice ready to go. So,
Oh, dear God.
Magnus, you slowly creep up behind Marcus. But you do step on a faint, small twig, and he just turns around and goes, "You have to do better than that."
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
He got a 19.
Yeah, you got me.
Sorry. He got an 18 plus 1.
Damn.
Sorry.
It's fine.
So he turns around and goes, glad to see you two back again. Wasn't it, Magnus and Mugbeard, correct?
Hello.
I'm honestly surprised to see you here.
Well, I figured I'd come back and just double check this place again, but I should be saying that more to you two. What the hell
I'm
are
here
you?
for whatever metal remains.
Metal? What metal are you exactly looking for?
Enough to make myself a set of plate.
A plate, huh?
Armor.
Ah,
Full set.
I get you.
Yeah. And whatever gems are still inside.
He looks over at you, Mugbeard, and I'm guessing you're either same curiosity or dragged for the ride, I'm guessing.
Both.
I may have lost a drinking contest last night,
You had
but he agreed to do it. He agreed to come with me if I did the said drinking contest.
I do not remember any of it, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
You shoved me into a piano.
I deny any involvement in that.
Anyway, if you don't mind, I was actually going to go make a little patrol inside quite shortly. I did get a little curious and wanted to go in, but I have to admit I was a little bit tense.
Nervous going in?
Concerning the last thing I remember when I woke up inside this hellhole and nearly got crushed.
Yeah,
Need a massage? That usually helps me relax.
Are you
Last time
off?
I was in there, I got hit by a couple of boulders, if you remember correctly.
Oh, I do. And he looks over you, Mugbeard, just half of that. Wait a minute. You're offering a massage?
Sure.
Well, you said a massage helps, so I assumed you were wanting you were wanting to give me one.
He meant a concussion.
Well, yes.
I'll reconsider then.
I can massage your skull.
I would preferably like it to stay intact.
Oh.
But
Oh, well.
Magnus at this point is barely holding back his laughter.
Okay. All right. Anyway, if you two would like to, you can accompany if we're going inside. I essentially want to just go double check and just see if that stupid thing, that temple's still there.
Considering the other rooms disappeared while we were on that wire, I doubt it's still there. And if it is, it's in a pile of rubble at this point.
Well, it's entirely up to you. I mean, I was still going to go in anyway, but I have to do my routine check. After all, it's hard to, hard to ignore something like this.
Agreed, but we were going... But once you're done with your patrol, if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to.
As much as I would love to explore a bit more, I do have my job to do.
Understandable.
Well then, are you wanting to go in first then, or...?
Yeah. Mugbeard, shall we?
After you.
Alright. Mugbeard Magnus walks in,
Okay.
followed by Mugbeard.
Alright. Marcus just looks over you a brief moment. He sort of takes a deep breath as you go, and he slowly begins to walk behind you at this point. So you all enter through, and as you do so, I actually have to bust this map out again.
We all die.
And then everyone died.
The end.
No one died.
What does that have to do with anything? Alright, let me just get some counters gone from... Yeah, I know. 1 second.
No. I want to make a note. I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Are the boulders and altar still in the way?
As a matter of fact, now that you said that, they are, well, as you enter, you find that the entrance isn't completely covered as you make your way to roughly here. There is a gap to get through. It is essentially about 5 foot wide, but the majority of that entrance is covered by the debris from your, fun.
Escapade.
So, what would you like to do?
I'm going through.
Same.
Okay. Marcus is going to follow you guys behind. When you enter the area, though, you get the faint sound of the wind. Familiar to you when you last entered. It was as gentle as before, but you do sort of get the smell of you that... There is the smell of dried blood.
I wonder whose it is.
As a matter of fact, as you look over, you do recognize the knoll that was your previous victim when you all entered this cavern.
I thought it was going to be mine at the bottom of those boulders.
Oh, there's that too. I just didn't want to bring that up. You know, bad memories. So, Marcus looks over you and goes, well, if you are all going to do your thing, I'll go over and see how things work for me.
Question.
Yes.
Is my short sword still enchanted with light?
No, that died out a while ago.
Okay.
So unless you guys have a lantern, you're technically walking in darkness.
Dark vision for, I think, both of us.
Yup.
Fair enough then. Well, it's a good thing that Marcus holds up a lantern and just sort of walks onwards. So he's going over to where the hidden entrance was.
humans.
What was that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Inside joke between us.
And just walks off. So, left to your two devices. So, if you two are going to explore, where are you going to explore? You didn't think that bit through, did you?
I don't think.
I'm gonna look for. Oh, obviously, I'm going. What color is the metal again?
You don't know. You never asked. You just asked if there was any way to make it, and
Well, obviously
Ivory
there's
just
ore,
told you
right?
that the metal was found in the mines. Didn't ask. He didn't tell you the color.
I asked if there was an ore.
Oh, yeah. They said there was an ore, but you didn't ask what color it was.
Could have sworn I had.
Let me check my notes. One sec. Oh, you did! Sorry. I actually looked that up and did find it. Yes. You're looking for a silver ore that has small yellow rhinestones in it.
Right. Okay.
So if that's what you're looking for, make an investigation check if you want to do that.
Great. So -1.
Mugbeard, what are you doing?
I'm just going to follow this idiot.
Okay. So in which case, are you helping the search or are you just keeping guard?
I'll help him search.
Okay,
maybe.
Magnus, if you want, you can have advantage, or you both roll separately.
What do you think?
I think you're an idiot.
So separately, it is.
Okay. Perception, you said?
Investigation.
Oh, performance. I got you.
No!
I will not come out again.
Oh.
Oh! So that's 13 for Magnus and 19 for Mugbeard, yeah?
Yeah.
So, where are you starting your search, by the way?
I mean, we're right here. So
Okay.
let's go from there.
Fair enough. You search around the entrance. Magnus, you're still a little bit sort of looking over at where the rocks fell and the altar and things. You are a bit distracted by the memories of there. Nothing really comes to your mind about looking for the ore. In fact, it lasts about like 10 minutes before you're sort of like, I can't really focus here. Mugbeard, you sort of keep a better eye out. Nothing of value sort of catches your eye. You do see the side of like coal and a little bit of lapis, but that's about the best you can find.
Okay.
All right. Where's Magnus going?
Searching away from the entrance.
Okay. Well, you know what you gotta do.
Well, that means I'm still inside of.
Yeah. Oh, Mugbeard's going the other way. So, are you both going separate directions?
I might as well just go
Yes.
this way.
All right. Separate investigation checks, if that's what you're doing.
Marco!
We both rolled the same.
Yeah. You're more distracted by the echo.
Would it be funny if you said you're still coming down from a bit of hangover?
No.
Well, I could have said that, but Mugbeard can't get poisoned.
Which means I'm coming down from the hangover.
Yeah, so it works for Magnus. Mugbeard, he's just distracted more by the echo at this point.
I'm ready to roll again.
Okay. Separate checks, or Mugbeard, are you staying there?
I'm looking here.
Okay, same again, please.
Oh, for crying out loud.
11 and 16. Okay. Magnus, not any luck on your end. Mugbeard, not much on your end of this. I will say at this point, because of how time's gone on, Marcus has come back, and he basically says, right. Oh, he looks over and notices you briefly, Magnus, and goes, have you found what you're looking for?
Unfortunately, not. If you're welcome to join us, we wouldn't mind the extra set of eyes.
Well, I could probably help you search for a few minutes, but unfortunately, once we're finished up, I gotta close up these mines. Just for safety, so if you want to make your search, I suggest you, well, just try speed things up.
Alright. It's kind of hard to decide. I can see in the dark. It's kind of hard to see in grayscale, though, unfortunately.
Well, I'll give you a hand on here, then.
Thank you. Alright, we're going this way.
Okay. So, how far up are you going, Magnus?
We're looking along the walls as we're going.
Okay. Mugbeard, are you searching that lower corner?
Yes.
Okay. Mugbeard, make an investigation check. Magnus, make one with advantage, because you technically have him helping.
Oh, for
Oh,
God's
no!
sake. Oh, for God's
Wow! Double one?
Sucks to be you.
That's annoying.
Whoa.
That's so unbelievably annoying.
No. Nothing of value there. Magnus, you just seem more
Annoying.
curious by the fact of what's around you. Just sort of this extra areas and things.
I can
It's
see
nothing of
color
value.
again.
Alright. Okay, I'll say at this point, if you're going to go any further with where you're going with these checks, this is going to be the last one. So, I suggest you choose your areas wisely, boys, if you're going to carry on here.
Let's try in there.
Magnus is going up there. Mugbeard, where are you going? Oh, you're
All
going
the
up
way
there.
to the top.
Okay. So, he's going with you. Same as before, boys.
Please, for the love of
Hey!
God's
There
sake.
we go!
Yay.
Magnus with a 4 and a 3, so a 4. Mugbeard with a 20.
Hello there.
Magnus, nothing catches your... Sorry.
Nothing catches your sneeze. Oh, that's good.
Sorry, the coal dust is affecting me. I've got smell-o-vision.
God bless you.
Mm.
Thank you. You find nothing of value, Magnus, even though the idea of it not lasting long, you're kind of frantically looking. Nothing of value. Mugbeard,
Hello.
you do see something in your area, though. You do see, stuck in the wall, literally about... I'll say, are you searching all of this area, or just that snicket up there,
Yes.
by the way?
Oh, all of the area.
Okay. Situated right here, you do find a lump that probably is just about, if you had Magnus there, would be just about the size of his hand. You do see the lump that Magnus is looking for. What are you gonna do?
Maggie!
He's too far away at this point.
Well, I'm going to wait here for him.
Okay.
I would like to play my lyre at this point.
Make a performance check.
Oh, yes, I will.
He will. I have gone
9.
9. Okay. It takes a while for the sound to get around, but you're a bit worried on... I'd say you're a little bit concerned by the cave-in and things like that, of such. You're a little cautious to begin with, but I'll say... Takes a couple of minutes, and then Magnus, you do eventually hear the sound of a lyre.
Oh dear God, no!
Sort of, you get the feel there working there. He's gonna make his way up there straight away. Alright,
Man,
so
this is
yeah,
just
you do
running.
come around the corner, and there you see, sitting on a small flat rock, your dwarven companion, who's just playing a lyra.
Oh, found it! And I found you. This is nice.
Oh, you got my attention. Where is it?
Over here, and I point to it.
Alright, yep. Magnus, you look over, and there you see the lump that you're looking for.
Did
Nice.
you bring a pickaxe?
Oh, I got a couple of... How many daggers do I have? One.
Oh god, it's not a pickaxe. Oh, we're screwed.
Cool,
I do have smithing
no.
tools.
cool. Forgot to pick one up. Cool.
Cool. I have
A pickaxe.
I have smithing tools and applies a hammer.
Well, I'll say if you want to, you can either make a strength check at disadvantage, or you can use your daggers to try to get it out.
I'll try the strength check. If I punch
Okay.
this thing out.
With disadvantage, please.
At least it's a +7, which means I can't roll anything less than an 8.
Careful.
I rolled a fucking 20. If I rolled
Natural 20!
that would have been fucking hilarious.
In no effort at all, you place your hand on there. After you sort of give them a rub, you place them on the ore, and in one quick pull, you pull it out, and there, about the size of your hand, is the lump of pearlsite. That is the metal you were looking for.
Nice.
Marcus at this point comes over and says, "Did you find what you..." Oh my word.
I'd say we have.
Is that pearlsite?
Yeah, that's supposed to be what my armor's made out of.
Well, I'd say this was quite successful. Well done to you, Mugbeard. You're, got a keen eye for looking out for things.
I know, thank you.
I mean, he is a dwarf.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Wait a minute, wouldn't he have had advantage because he's dwarf and underground?
Nope.
Oh!
Well, no, he's more monk. He's more monk than dwarf at the minute.
That's right, he never really lived underground.
Yeah. And yeah, so I did notice. Hello, Varus. Good to see you in the chat, by the way.
Hello!
Yeah, Mugbeard's got stone cunning, which is mostly about the origin of stonework rather than searching for gems. All right. So, Marcus then looks over and goes, "Right then, shall we leave, gentlemen?"
Yeah. Wait, actually, one more thing.
One more thing.
Isn't there, like, didn't I also agree to go down there for gems and the like?
I'll say based on your checks, you didn't find anything worth value.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Also, I'd like
That's
to point
good.
out, by the way, just for the sake of this, sorry to put it, Miss Varus, Varus is an artist friend who's doing stuff for my project, is actually the one that you're voicing in, Raven.
Voicing somewhere?
Yeah,
Nice.
my project, you fool. All right.
I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say at this point, okay, as you guys are making your way to the exit at this point, Trip Shield, make a dexterity check for me, please.
Oh, God.
Oh god, she followed us.
14. Okay. You do sort of make your way in. You sort of knock down a rock when you're just about here. And you do cause your presence to be known. And there, Magnus and Mugbeard, you look and you see, currently hiding behind the stone wall, slightly nervous based on the previous experiences, your Furborg friend, Trip Shield.
One thing, she's using a candle to see where she's going.
Okay, that's fine.
You realize we could see you.
Huh? I wasn't trying to sneak around. I was just looking for stuff.
By stuff, do you mean us?
Why do you have any doing here? She looks more
Oh,
confused.
we found stuff.
Metal.
Oh, you were mining.
Yeah. Yeah, I need have you seen any more of this metal?
So Trip,
Oh,
you
that-
look and you do notice the pearl sight in the size of Magnus's hand, and based on your smithing background, you do know what this is. You do know this is pearl sight, but it's the first time you've ever seen it physically.
Yeah, great.
I've heard about this as a clerk of the forge, but it's the first time I'm seeing it up close.
So you haven't seen anything around, seen this ore in the mines at all?
I've just gotten inside, so no.
Mm.
At this
Aren't
point,
those
Marcus
boulders
looks
in
over
there?
and goes, sorry to intrude, but I've done my investigation and I need to start closing this mine off from the public and things, so as much as I'm grateful and I know you are all capable of handling yourselves, I think it's best if we all leave at this point.
Whatever you
Well,
say.
we're not the public. We're heroes.
True, but I do have to follow my orders from the mayor. I have to follow it from Lisa.
I understand. If you want to close the mines, I'm heading out.
Fair enough. All right, are you both following Mug, Trip?
Trip wants to look around one more time because she's actually silver.
Okay. I'll allow you, Trip, at this point.
One roll.
Yeah, I'll allow you one investigation check. Because of your smithing background, I'll allow it with advantage.
Can it be nature check?
No.
Nah. Investigation.
No,
it is.
because you're looking for a material, not looking for tracks. Oh dear. There we go. 18. What did you say you were looking for again?
Silver.
Silver? That is easily found. You actually do find in the area that was actually just behind you, just about here, there is a nice lump of silver that is it's half the size of what Magnus's pearl site is, but it's a nice good quality of silver.
She's like, oh wait, I see some silver. Can I take it with me?
Providing you can get it, sure.
All right, and then I'm gonna try and get it.
Strength check, please.
Get strength check is what?
18. Yep, you managed to pull it out based on its small size and your big physical demeanor. Easily enough.
This will be useful for later. And she puts it away.
Okay.
And I said, I don't need anything else then. I'll leave.
Very well. Mugbeard, shall we get going?
Will there be beer?
Well, I did say I would buy you the first drink of a night, so if you guys are still in the war by the night, I'll buy you the first drink.
There.
Okay, deal. I'm in.
That goes for your
Oh,
companion. Oh, yes?
I did want to ask, is there actually a dojo somewhere in the city?
A dojo? Now that I think about it, there isn't a dojo per se, but we do have a open training ground that people can use to either perform or to practice some moves and things. So, it's not, as I say, it's not an indoor one, but it's probably about as good as we've got around here.
Hmm. Oh, close enough.
Sure. Do you want me to show you the way?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So he leads you all back outside, and there's no guard as you guys all leave out the Green Shard mines, but you all make your way outside. He leads you back into the city, and I'm guessing Magnus is going off to go sort out his armor now.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And Marcus is going to show you, Mug, where the training area is. And the training area is actually not too far from the guard quarters. It's actually here. So it's right about here if you want to go there. So I'll just put Marcus over there. Right, so at this point, let's see, based on the time of the day, let's see. It'll be just as everyone's sort of getting close to waking up at this point. Okay, yeah. So, at this point... Oh, sorry, I forgot. I haven't switched the map back. Thank you, Lena. Sorry, I forgot. It doesn't work that way on Roll20. There we go. So, it's right here for Mugbeard.
Okay.
Alright. So, as all this is going on... let's see. Mugbeard. As you make your way towards the dock area, you do see a few people scattered around the side, just waking up, getting things sorted out. A few of the guards give you this sort of look, the fact that you're with the captain this earlier of the morning. But when Marcus just sort of waves his hand and says it's all good, and leads you to this giant stone platformed area. The best way to properly equivalent to what it looks like is if you think about like Dragon Ball Z, like the arena they have for the big martial arts tournaments, it's sort of like that.
So, nice.
So, yeah, so slightly raised up, 2 sets of stairs that go up to it, and a large platform as it was. So,
Okay.
what exactly are you wanting to do?
Oh, I wanted to train, actually.
Okay. Do you want it to have a partner or just for yourself?
Just myself.
Okay. And okay. At this, I'll say at this point, make a. Tell you what. I'll give you the option of 2 things here. You can either train yourself to practice your skills, or you can practice your skills to like put on a show and try to earn some money. It's your choice.
I don't give a frick about money, so let's train my skills.
Okay, in that case, I'll say for this, just do me, let's see, make a performance check for me, please. Just a performance check. There we
Nice.
go, 20, nice. Remembering how things went at your old dojo, back in the mountains, and practicing the Drunken Master techniques, you managed to recall some of the standard workout routines, and you begin to sort of flex your arms around, you move. You're essentially on this wide open space. You can literally punch and kick to your heart's content. You can feel that power welling within you, and it's as you're doing all this, you do get people looking up at you, sort of looking at these moves and just sort of giving this sort of impression. A few of the guards look over at you, and they're actually rather impressed and surprised that a dwarf at such a size could move with such power and such speed. And one of them actually calls out and goes, "You there, dwarf!" Do you reply?
Yes? What's up?
I have never seen such a fighting style before. Tell me, what is that style?
Way of the Drunken Master, of course.
The Drunken Master? I'll admit I've never heard of it. Is it common?
Well, it is in my region, yes.
Could you show me a few moves?
Sure.
All right. He sort of gets up and he sort of takes to the stage. As he does so, some of his guard friends are just sort of just looking on with this sort of chuckle, like they're getting ready to watch somebody fall flat. And he just looks over at you and goes, I appreciate this. I'll make it worth your while for taking your time out for this."
No need for payment.
Oh, please. If anything else, I can at least provide something for you. Sorry, I should probably introduce myself. I'm Stan.
Hi, Stan. You can buy me a beer.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. What are you wanting to show? So I'll say if you want to, you can show Stan a couple of the moves and things. Do you want to show him something basic, some warm-up stuff, or what do you really want to show him?
Well, I don't know what his skill level is, so I'm just going to ask him what he wants.
Okay. If you could show me something basic, that would get me started. I'll admit I'm more of a, as you see, I'm more of a sword wielder, but you never know, an opponent could, make me lose my blade.
Exactly. If they disarm you, you need to be able to defend yourself.
If you could show me something like that, that would actually be really helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, if you want to, I'll allow you. Make a. Let's see. Let me see. Actually, you know what? I'll I'll have him do I'll do a perception check as you're performing your moves. See how much he's paying attention. Oh, this is gonna be good. So, he got a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
So I think you may be teaching some noir, some of your master skills. So at
Not really
first,
net 20, but
yeah, he's looking a bit curious at your moves as you're performing these nice hand movements. Sort of, to a lot of people, it looks like the weird sort of drunken escapade, but Stan is looking at you with this curious look, like he's jotting things down, almost, you know, like in the anime where they sort of look at someone and go the
Yeah.
He's just
Scribbling something down.
yeah. Well, as best he can, but more sort of just looking and just listening with keen ears as it was. And then he decides that it's his turn to try it. And as he's performing the moves, you find that he starts off really well. He does sort of stumble when it comes to sort of moving a little bit on the sort of moving around and going for the kick. Because of his armor, he sort of reaches his leg up. He doesn't fall backwards, but he sort of stumbles like, and sort of corrects himself slightly and just goes, maybe this armor's not helping.
Oh, I've seen worse.
You really think I did
Not bad.
okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I bet the other guards wouldn't be able to do this.
You hear that, guys? This one praises me. I like you, cowards. And they're just there like, what you do? I could say that it's something I can... it was a drunken master, you said, right?
Indeed.
Seriously, thank you for your time.
Yeah, if you want to train more, you can always go to the Iron Heights.
The Iron Height Mountains?
Yes.
Ooh. I might have to inquire about that. Oh, I forgot. You may have said to buy a beer, but I'm a little busy tonight, so... And he puts his hand in his pocket and he hands you 10 gold pieces and says, use this and treat yourself tonight.
I once again refuse, and I walk away.
Oh, okay. He just sort of looks and goes, oh, okay. Thank you.
No problem.
And he just sort of just looking at his gold for a moment and he just gets back off the stage. Yeah, fair enough. All right. I'll say because of this, Mug, as you showed off your skills and things, I will award you an inspiration die. If you haven't,
I already had that one.
Oh, you already have it? Then in that case, I'll give you something extra. For your amazing feats on this, I will award you a second one.
Wow. I can't even register that, but
I know.
try.
Just remember you have a second one. So if you want to, you can re-roll the dice 3 times. And
BRB.
all right. And if you want to, I'll say. Actually, you know what? Instead of the second dexterity, I will allow you, because of this, you can increase either your dexterity or your charisma by 1 point.
Nice.
I'll let you choose one of those stats and you increase it by 1.
Yeah. Okay. Done. Thank you.
No worries. If you put on a performance, you are going to be awarded with a lot more gold, but you prove you're not happy about if you're not really interested by that, so fair enough. I have to give you something worthwhile.
Yep.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay. So we move back to Mugbeard, who, at this point, as you're making your way through there, you actually do make your way back to the blacksmith, and there, Ivory is actually beginning to open up the shop.
Oh,
Well,
Like if
good
you did.
morning.
well, hello. Glad to see you're up and running. I didn't think you'd actually show up this time in the morning.
I'd already been down the mine shaft.
Wait, you have?
I did say I was going this morning.
Yeah, you did. Did you find anything then?
I don't think it's enough, but I did find one lump of the stuff.
You found a lump of pearlsite?
Yeah, it's about the size of my fist.
By Jove.
You didn't expect me to find anything in there, did you?
I'll confess, no. I've been searching in those mines for quite some time. I guess I must have missed an area during my my searches. I'm impressed.
Well, I'm gonna produce it and show it off.
Yep, she's sort of taken back at a moment, and she's like, "Oh my, that's real." I don't know what to say.
I assume this is gonna be my payment for my armor.
Well, yeah, I did promise you if you found it, I would do it. So, just leave it with me, and I'll see what I can do. If that's all right.
Exactly what are you making the armor out of?
Well, it gives me a chance to make that pearl sight into a lovely shaded plate. I can use that to then craft your armor to your liking.
Okay. But I want you to add something, a little detail on the front for me.
And that would be?
You see this sun on my chest? You see this little cloth sun on my chest?
I do, yes.
Yes, I would like that. But but embedded in the metal itself. Not like the cloth itself, but the symbol.
So you want it sort of etched in?
Yes.
I think I could do that.
The symbol has sentimental meaning to me.
Well, I'm a girl who doesn't pry into business if it's something not worth sharing, but I understand sentimental is a very powerful thing.
I did tell you used to be a general, correct?
Yes, that is believed correct.
This was my squad. I was part of a squad called the Elements, and I happened to be the leader of it. And well, I'm also the only one left.
Oh my!
I thought I'd found someone, or my squad before, but it turned out it wasn't him. Anyway, I don't want to really get into it right now, but that's the reason I want it on my chest.
Then I will do my best to uphold that honor.
Thank you.
I don't know how long it will be, but I should have something for you either by tomorrow morning, or if not, then it might take me another day afterwards.
I'll be here for the next week, if you think it'll take that long.
Well, we'll see what we can do.
And, as a show of my good faith, I'm going to mind if I try and split the rock in half?
You can try. You can make a strength check.
Can't roll anything less than an 8, thankfully. 11. I'm not
11.
breaking it in half.
You sort of try to break it. It's a little hard to do so. Hey, Matt. As you try to push it, it's a little hard, and right now you're just more looking like a goofball trying to break something.
Okay. I know I look like an idiot, but I pulled that thing out of the ground with my hands. I was trying to break it in half, so to give you half now and the other half later.
She sort of just begins to laugh a little bit, just kind of... Don't worry, I believe you. Just leave the lump with me, and if anything's left over, then we'll see what we can talk about later.
Fair enough. I give her the lump.
Okay. She sort of gives you that smile and says, I'll see what I can do. Come by here tomorrow, and we'll see what progress we can do, okay?
You got it. See you tomorrow.
All right. So is that all for your plans, Magnus?
I am walking off.
Okay. At this point, the mornings come back. Now for the rest of the people. Let's see. Trip, what else did you have for your plans? Because you're still out and about at this point, so we'll finish your bit off as well. Kotlal?
Yes?
All right, so just remind everyone, just so to remind the things. So I got my notes and things. What was next for you on the list?
On my list.
Yes, yeah, we're going with you because you're technically out and about right now.
She had the silver thing. What week does she want to do? Let's begin. Brownie. I had this right here already.
Da.
She was gonna. Okay, first up was the mineral things, but it was only just a silver lump.
Mm-hmm.
So the next thing on the list, at least it does not in that particular order, is either buy some supply for spells and healing potions, try to talk to Volcanus, head to the slumps to do charity because, of course, or going to the library to find out any knowledge about the dragons or anything in general.
Okay, at this time of the morning, I would say the shops are beginning to open. So if you want to do your shopping for the supplies and things, I'd say you can do so. What exactly are you after in particular?
Just some parchments and some potions.
Okay. For the parchments, if it's just standard paper, that will run you about. That will run you a pack. I'd say a pack of 10 equivalent would probably be about 1 silver.
Okay, so I would probably take 20 parchments.
It's about 200. Okay.
20
Yeah.
parchments, as in 2
20
packs.
parchments. Sorry, my apologies. I got mixed up. Yep. So yeah, 2 silver there. And potions. I take it it's like health potions and things.
Yeah.
'Cause I'll say because of what things are and scarce in this town city layout and what it's like at the minute, you're able to acquire another 2 if you want. Another 2 health potions, but that's probably about the max you can find at this moment. And let me double check the book look. Let's take a look. A book look.
The cookbook.
It's a cookbook. It's a cookbook. It's a cookbook. Where the hell did I see it? Help.
Potion.
There it is.
Potion.
If you want the 2, it's going to be 100 gold.
How much does it say for the healing potions?
50 gold for each one.
She's gonna have to decline that.
Okay.
So she's like, no, I need to save some money for other things.
Fair enough.
I guess, and that I think it will end her shopping spree for today, so that day is now done.
All right.
She's pretty much gonna head home and at home to the inn and see what she's gonna do with the silver she has.
Okay. Okay, so at this point, next on the list on this point, if we're doing that, by the way, are you still doing the charity work, or is that going to be a miss for now?
That's gonna be it for another day.
Okay, fair enough. Next on the list, Topaz. You're going to be next. So, Topaz, what's on your agenda?
Well, remember that thing we discussed?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Bring out in the open. Let everyone know what you're doing.
How can I put this in? How can I put this?
That's some good chicken.
Okay, I am officially done.
No. Come back. All right. If I remember correctly, you said that...
At least you appreciate a good joke.
Da. All right. So if I remember correctly, the first thing you wanted to do was something to do with the temple.
Yes.
All right.
I wanted to check the temple to see if there was any more vandalism and if there wasn't good. If the vandalism is still being cleaned up, then I'll help out with that.
Okay. Okay, so I'll say, for the situation there, you make your way to, the Temple of Selene, as you did before. You managed to remember the directions, so that's something you don't have to worry about. And when you make it there, you do actually find that there is some trouble afoot.
Oh boy.
Currently, you see the former priestess standing outside. She's looking up at the roof of the building. And on the top of the roof of the building, there is a male figure. It's hard to tell what he is at the minute, but he's currently stood on the top, and all you hear as he's calling out is he's basically calling out, "There is no answer to the stars! There is only justice found in the lands beneath! Praise not the goddess of this puny space prodigy, and gaze your eyes more on the silver dragon of Bahamut, for only he is your true savior, not this petty silver queen!"
Can I kill him, please?
if you want to, but right now you will see that your sister's just calling, the sister of the temple is just sort of calling out, trying to plea, trying to ask the figure to get down. So what do you wish to do? You've just arrived, and this is essentially the scene that you're seeing.
First off, I'm surprised.
Okay.
Because I'm like, all I can think of right now is, what is he talking about?
All right. Well, okay. I'll say at this point, Topaz, could you make a religion check for me, please?
A religion check. Okay, let me check my religion.
Yep.
Okay, that's a +2.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how things go here. Mm-hmm. If it will load.
It's a 13.
13. Okay. So, despite being what you know of, despite you being more of a focused on Selene for your goddess, you at least know of Bahamut from some legend. Based on the 13, you know that Bahamut has many different nicknames all over the world. The more common one is he's mostly nicknamed as the Platinum Dragon, but he's also been nicknamed as the Angel of the Seven Heavens, the Justice Bringer, also known as Maduk, and the Grandfather of the Dragons. Most of the time, Bahamut is a dragon god of justice and a subservient to Torm, the god of law. The only thing that you recognize him as is his main symbol is he is in the shape of a standard dragon, is mostly colored as platinum, only deemed worthy to those dragons under heavenly rule, and is said to be the eternal rival to the sister Tiamat, who is known as the queen of the chromatic dragons. And that's all you know of Bahamut.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you know of Bahamut from your studies. So what do you want to do?
First off, I want to check on the priestess and see how she's doing with trying to get this gentleman to come down from the roof.
Okay, so you go up to the sister, and she sort of turns around, and she sort of notices you for a brief moment and goes, "Oh, Tabaxi, it's good to see you, Topaz."
Thank you.
I'm sorry you had to come.
What is going on?
It's another one of those other religion priestesses. Or businesses, sorry. Businesses, I meant to say, not priestesses, sorry. He's one of the few who comes around and vandalizes things while they're all going around. He's literally proclaiming that our goddess is nothing but a joke, and that the true sovereign of justice is his god. And at this point, the figure goes down and goes, "You there, young paladin! Choose not to worship that stupid goddess! Only the dragon god is your true savior of justice!"
I want to cave his skull in.
Well, it's your call what you want to do.
I must ask you to come down here, please.
Come down? Why would I want to come down? Don't you understand that Bahamut reigns in the heavens? I must proclaim from the heavens, for only that is the way for my voice to be heard by both the peasants and the gods.
Is this gentleman delusional?
I have no idea. I mean, if there's anything I know, every creature is deemed worthy to respect their own god or goddess, or not even any. But, I suppose it is crazy to think that you can get away with preaching over someone else's, justice right in front of them. But, you know, you should know that Celine obviously believes in not a sense of justice, justice being fair, but, you know, I'm not much of, you know.
I understand. I truly do.
So the figure looks down at you again and goes, in other words, she can't use anything to fight back except words. What do you wish to do? You're having to think here, aren't you?
No, I was having to wait for the phone to quit ringing.
Oh, sorry.
I went on mute for a little bit so that the phone wouldn't constantly ring in the session.
Ah, background noise. Always a pain.
I know, that's why I went on mute for a bit. It wasn't that I was thinking, it was, you know.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. So, what are you gonna try to do?
Well, considering his last remark, I am feeling a bit offended.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Okay,
It's all right.
getting back to what I was saying, considering the last message he said, I am offended
Mm-hmm.
because of the prayer that I gave to the goddess. He granted me special advantages.
Yeah.
So in a way, he is in the wrong.
Well, it's up to you how you want to try and convince him, as it was.
The question is, how can I convince him without physically harming him? Because I mean, yeah, he pissed me off and offended me, but I don't want to hurt him because of his offensive remark.
True.
So let's see. What can I do to him? Roll the dice? Huh.
Yeah, you could. Well, if anything else, you could do whatever. You can try and persuade him with some words. You can try and force him with an action. You can, if you've got some kind of spell or you want to throw something at him and do whatever. Just do whatever you think is best.
Well, let's see. Let's see, my persuasion is a +2, so I don't know how well that's gonna work.
Doom, 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 doo, doo,
Oh, please! That, please! Oh, please, anything but that!
It's okay. It's okay.
Bum 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 bum.
Shush. Well, it's up to you. It's up to you, Heidi. Dang it! Dang it! It's up to you, Lena. What do you?
Ladies and gentlemen, please excuse the DM. We're having a bit of an identity crisis now.
Oh, not again! Okay, so, well, I have to try push you for something if you're doing something, Lena.
I could try persuasion first off. I'll try persuasion to start with.
Okay, what do you say to him?
What I would say to him is that, well, first off, I would not be offensive to him, saying that everyone is entitled to their own religions and beliefs, but it doesn't mean you have to force your own religion onto somebody else.
Okay. Is that...
Basically,
Carry on.
What I was gonna say was that bottom line is that he doesn't need to like cram his religions down. He doesn't need to shove it down somebody's throat.
Okay, so you're essentially preaching, well, back to him in a way, or are you more preaching it, or telling him, or shouting? What are you more doing? If I know how you're, shall we say, broadcasting this to him, then I can probably I can tell you what to roll for it.
Well, let's see. I would say that, well, considering how high the temple is, and he's pretty high up, I guess I would be like yelling it to him so that he can actually hear me.
Okay. Good decision.
So I gotta say, although I'm afraid my words may fall on deaf ears.
No worries. Okay, in that case, based on what you've told me, make a... I'll say I'll allow you to make either persuasion or intimidation.
Well, let's see. I'm more proficient in intimidation.
So, depends if you want to try scare him or you want to try talk to him nicely. It's entirely up to you.
I'll go with persuasion because I want to try and be as civil as possible.
Very good for a paladin. All right, give us that roll. $11. Ooh, okay, let me see.
Might not work.
Well, let me see from my end.
Okay.
What is my rolls today? I can't have my
Low
fun.
number. I'm gonna guess it was a low number.
It was a 2 plus 3.
Basically a 5.
Yep. So he looks at you and goes, so if I'm not allowed to broadcast from one of the higher buildings, what the hell am I supposed to do for Bahamut to hear me then?
First off, I have to ask, is the temple the tallest building in Noir?
Based on what you've looked around, it's not the tallest building. That would have to go to the tower that is currently sitting in the middle of the market square. That is essentially the tallest building.
Okay. Please, I must ask of you, why must you preach in this area? This is a sacred place.
Sacred it may be, but it be sacred to you. I need to proclaim that Bahamut is the one true god of all. But I suppose, no matter what, you lot are still going to believe in your goddess. I'm believing?
Yes. You must not force someone to believe in another person's religion. People have different religions. It is best to respect that.
Respect other religions.
Yes.
Well, I suppose I could always try a higher building. And he's actually going to look down at you. Tell me, what's your name, kitty?
Topaz. Topaz Lightning.
Topaz, huh? And I
Yes.
presume you've been chosen by the goddess herself, huh?
Yes, I have.
Well, if you must know, if it's anything to go onwards for name basis, my name is Crystal. Or at least that's the name I called myself. My original name is Civic.
I see.
And I have been chosen by the great dragon god himself to preach his name. So, concerning there's no place for the worship of Bahamut in this city, I had to choose somewhere. But if I'm not allowed to broadcast here, then where can I broadcast?
Excuse me? They would not let you broadcast in the city? Is that right?
Well, to what I gathered, if the god or the goddess isn't worshipped by someone in this city, then that means I can't preach. If there's no place to preach, then what can I do?
Excuse me, please. May I have a word with you, please?
With the sister?
Yes, I want to speak in private with the sister.
Okay, sure. Yes. What is it?
Are there more? Are there more? Is there more than one religion in this city? I mean, I must know.
There is a few religions, as far as I gathered, but I believe Bahamut actually isn't one that's scattered around here.
I'm guessing his religion hasn't spread to the city.
Either that, or no one believes in it, so could be anything.
I see. Is he the only resident that believes in this god?
Hard to say.
It does pose some trouble. I'm not denying him his right to preach, but he doesn't need to force it down other people's throats that believe in another god or goddess.
If only there was some way he could have if there was only some way that he could have, shall we say, a spot.
Yes, but where in the city would we? Yes, but where in the world would we find one?
Topaz, will you make a check for me, please? Just make a... I want you to make a history check for me, please.
A history check. Okay, let me check my history. Okay, my history is a +2, so pretty much the same as before. Please
Yep.
do not be the number. I will shoot somebody if it is.
I'm ducking. I'm ducking just in case. Who's a dumb bucket? Cotlaw got dumb bucket! Oh! Well, the bad ones are about to come up eventually.
Please end me.
No. You try to recall in your mind if there's any place in your mind that could probably work. Nothing comes to mind.
Well, that's probably because I'm new to the war.
Yeah, that's probably the best reasoning for it. Sorry, Lena.
That's okay.
So sister just looks at you at this point. Well, if we could find someone or something to give him a place, that could probably work, but it's whether there's any room for it.
We could speak with the mayor.
You think the mayor would have an answer?
I believe so, yes.
You hear Crystal coming up from there and said, "Hey, what's going on down there? What are you talking about?"
We are trying to find a solution to your problem.
Wait, you're wanting to help me?
Yes. Everyone deserves assistance, no matter who they worship.
You mean you really aren't criticizing the fact that I'm up here speaking crap about your god?
I will admit that most would find it offensive, but I believe that everyone deserves assistance, no matter who they worship. You deserve a place. You deserve a place to worship your god as well.
He sort of relaxes a little bit and looks down at you. You're actually being genuine.
Yes.
1 second. Oh dear. He sort of looks at you and goes, "Hang on." And he leaps off the building to try to land. Unfortunately, he didn't think this bit through and he lands flat on the ground on his face.
But it just would that be cartoon style?
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, I'm coming down to say hi." And he looks up and goes, goofy style. Yo, Bahumi!
Oh, do we now?
just sort of lands on the ground, and the first thing he says goes, curse the land of the humans. Why did we have to be born without flight?
All I'm doing is just standing there next to the sister with a big sweat drop.
He sort of quickly dusts himself off as best he can, despite the partial mud. He just sort of goes, forgive me, the messenger of Saloon. But you're generally being courteous to me.
Mm-hmm.
Have to admit, no one's ever been this nice to me before about this.
We can speak with the mayor and see if she will construct an establishment for you to worship your god.
You really think she'll listen?
I believe so. There's no harm in asking, is there?
Well, I suppose not. Thank you for,
I understand.
But LP Central World with a Twitch Prime subscription.
Thank you! I'll work that later. Thank you. So this, he sort of gives that sort of nod and goes, well, no harm in asking. Thank you.
You're welcome. My
The
pleasure.
sister at this point goes, if it's not too much trouble, there is still that. And there you actually look on the front of the church of the place of worship. There is the symbol of 2 silver dragon wings that have been painted on. And there you actually look a close look at the man's hands. You can tell that this was his doing. And the sister just sort of looks over, just sort of like, I hope it's not too much trouble, but when you finish, could you bring him back to clean up this mess?
Indeed, I will.
He just sort of, oops.
He's doing a nervous laugh with a sweat with a sweat drop, ain't he?
Essentially, yeah. So,
Called it.
all right. Well, I'll say at that point, everything should be finished up there. We'll get to that mayor conversation a little later, because there's something we need to get to with that. And you did have another thing you wanted to do, which was you wanted to get some practice in.
Yes, I wanted to get some training in for
Okay.
a certain something.
All right, we'll get to that towards the end of that day, because obviously other priorities right now. Next on the list, we'll get to that bit there. Next up, let's go with Ursula. Yeah, we'll go with Ursula next.
Okay, well then I'm gonna put myself on mute so you can take care of her.
No worries. All right, Heidi.
I am here.
Hello. So, your list of things, if I gather this correctly, is the first thing you wanted to do. Well, I know what the first thing you want to do is. So, first of all, I want you to make a stealth roll for me, please.
Alrighty. Luckily, I have a +8 there.
Oh, Jesus! 25! Okay. Without any so much of a problem, you effortlessly, I can word,
Words right.
I can word double D.
What's the word you're looking for? Effortlessly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You without much of trouble make your way through the whole of Noir, avoiding pretty much the majority of all of the people, even your own teammates who are scattered around the city, and you do make your way to the destination that you are going to, which is up here.
Thank you.
No worries. And for the sake of this, Ursula, you do arrive at the site of the Noir Sanctuary graveyard. And in hardly any time, you make your way there, and you do find exactly what you're looking for. And would you like to tell everybody what it is that you were looking for?
I'm visiting my mother's grave.
Okay. So, you make your way through the dreary sights of this familiar graveyard to you, knowing that the last time you stepped into this very same graveyard was on the day that you left Noir, when you ran away from your father. And you do remember the spot where your mother was buried. You do see that the gravestone is slightly covered in the odd bit of moss, as expected with how time has gone by. And you do see, sitting in the pile, that something is growing actually in that pile. You see the site of a freshly planted flower.
I'm just gonna kind of inspect the flower a little bit, wondering how it got there. At the same time, I'm gonna kind of dust off the gravestone, get a little bit of moss to at least uncover the name.
Mm-hmm. Well, you take off some of the small bit of moss that is there, and there you see the name of your beloved mother right there. The name of Abigail.
I'm just gonna kind of squat on the ground, just in front of the gravestone a little bit. Hey, Mom. It's been a while. How long? I don't remember, but hey, look at me now. I'm on the road with a bunch of new friends, and certainly a lot better than when I was with Dad. It's hard, especially being on the run like this. I kind of have to forage around and get odd jobs where I can, just to stay alive. But now I'm with a group, and even Titanus Ron has given me a really important job to do that I don't know if I can handle alone. So, wherever you are, whatever god or goddess you're with, just keep an eye on me. I can't do this on my own. I start tearing up a little bit as I say these words. I miss you so much. And I wish you'd never gotten so ill that they had to take you from me. And I can't bring myself to say any more words other than that.
Okay. Do you stay there for a while, or do you just head back, or?
I'll probably stay there for a good hour or so.
Okay. Just as you're approaching the end of that hour, there is a faint rustling.
I sharply look around to see who's there.
Make a perception check.
Where's my paper?
What's that? 10? Hard to pick out the exact location. You just know it's a nearby bush.
My eyes are darting around at this point, and I slowly bring my hand towards my knife. Whoever you are, wherever you are, come out. I know you're there.
You then feel a chill down your spine as you hear a voice call out to you. My. When did you gain such bravado?
I pull out my dagger, ready to fight.
Oh, no. You do not need to wield that blade. I just want to talk.
I don't talk to people who hide behind bushes, coward.
Very well. Then maybe if I showed myself. And there, stepping out of the bushes, about 15 feet away from you, on your left side, is a man. A man dressed in a slightly blood-stained coat. A white coat. A white lab-style coat. You see the features of this man's face as he looks up at you. A pair of black glasses with a clear lens to them. A little trimmed sort of mustache on his face. Long brown hair, similar to yours, ironically. And you get the impression as you see him, it is none other than the man that you ran away from. The man known as your father, Erickson.
Gasp!
What's that? The random audience in the background. Hello, daughter.
Dang it.
Oh wait, no! I just realised. What's that? What's that caveman film that? What was it? DreamWorks did. The cruise, the Croods.
The Croods.
That's it. Dan dan dan.
Okay, so what was his name again? I didn't get that because I was grounded.
Sorry, Erickson. Erickson.
Alright, I'm still gonna keep a hold on my dagger, still poised for a fight.
Okay. God damn it. God damn it, Matt. No, it's not Professor Oak here. He just comes out of the bushes with a blood-stained coat. Hello there. Are you a boy or a girl? Oh, no. Sorry. Erickson looks up at you. Has that same scary smirk on his face as he looks up at you. Hello there, Ursula.
What do you want?
My, can't a father come to visit his own wife's grave? After all, I thought she would at least appreciate her favorite flower. And he points to the grave at the very same flower that's been freshly planted.
Whatever. We're done here. I start to leave.
Oh no, oh please. Don't you at least want to hear what your old man has to say?
Shut up! You have no right to be called my father. Not after everything you've done to me.
But you must understand, as a loving father, I have to make the money somehow.
Loving? Loving? Was it love that drove you to whip me every day? Was it love that drove you to perform all those experiments on me and those other children that you kidnapped? Was it love that drove you to work with a black pen?
Call it what you want. I say it was the love of my family. You say it's a suffering. a curse, pain even. As he's saying this, he's sort of pacing sort of just a little away from you. He's just sort of giving that sort of smirk, his arms sort of posed behind his back. And he's just sort of looking at the grave just slightly. Don't you understand that when a man loses everything that he loves, he starts to see the world differently? He sees people as nothing more than assets. He sees places as nothing more than an object. A bed, if you will. Just to find a way to end the day and then wake up with a brand new lease of life, ready for the next one. To confess, when your mother died, I admit I wasn't sure what to do. But then if it wasn't for old Quill, maybe I would have been able to find maybe a slightly different path. But I will admit, though, it pays well. So
I don't
what
want
if
to hear any more of your foul excuses of words. You mean nothing to me. Not anymore. And with that, I storm out of the graveyard.
As you do so, he calls out to you with a brief sort of, "Now just one moment." Do you choose to stop? Oh, god damn it. The soap moment where they just walk off. No, it's okay, it's alright. We'll come back to that in a moment then. He says, did people? No, not quite.
I'm gonna say the.
Worst to be continued meme ever. Alright.
Do not make me play the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure music in here. Do not.
Alright. So,
Yeah, exactly.
at this point, let's see. We're actually going to have Zelion and Trilly both together on this one.
Oh, really?
Yes, we're going to have you both together on this one.
Yay.
So,
Traveling companion.
yeah. Well, it's ironic that you mentioned that. So, first, before the two of you sort of meet up together, as it was, Zelion.
Yep.
The first thing you wanted to do is you wanted to revive your old friend Anastasia.
Anastasia, yes.
I will say, if you have the requirements to do so, easily done.
Okay, it's an instantaneous spell, and the casting time is 10 minutes. So
Alright.
I don't really need any materials.
Fair enough then. Then in that case, after the 10 minutes, poof. You find that your beloved horse is back where she belongs.
I smile and pat her nose. Hey, Anastasia. How are you doing? I say this all to her in Elvish.
You see her sort of just lower her head like she feels a little bit shaken, but not by much.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you're very brave. I think you managed to save one of the guards, at least.
Just sort of nudges the head just gently against you.
Hey, what's important is that I can. Hey, what's important is that you're okay, and as long as I still live, you can still be summoned. All right. I give her a gentle pat, then climb onto her back. All right.
All right. So.
All right.
Okay. So I take it you're outside when you did this. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was outside when I did this. Why would I summon my mount inside?
Well, you never know. You never know. All right. So at this point, Trilly has actually just come out and is actually, and you, Trilly, as you open the door, you are greeted by the sight of a giant horse butt right in front of your face.
Holy crap!
Oh. Oh. Hey, Trilly.
Morning.
Hey, what you do? So, what are you up to?
Not much to be honest. Got a little exploring I want to do, but I also spend some time with Sparks. You know, he's sort of been cooped up here for while we've been dealing with the bloody rocks.
Nah, I understand. I'm gonna be spending some quality time with Anastasia myself. Got a busy day as well.
Fair enough.
Okay, so just remind me on what you guys sort of wanted to do next. So Zelion, what's the next thing you wanted to do again?
Okay, well, first off, I'm going to check the blacksmith real quick to see if my dagger and armor is ready.
Okay. I'll say at this
My
point.
dagger and armor ready?
Yeah. Okay. I'll say at this point you arrive about 20 minutes after Magnus has finished his handoff. So yeah, I'll say you could easily do that. Trilly, what was the first thing you wanted to do again? I remember there was something between the two of you I was trying to find.
I know. Essentially, Trilly was going to try and see if she could teach Sparks another command.
Okay.
She wanted to have an ask around at the port.
Okay.
Actually consult the list I sent you. That would help.
Yeah.
And then it was essentially trying to earn some coin to spend on healing potions.
Fair enough there. And Del, what was the stuff you wanted to do again?
Okay. After reclaiming my armor and daggers.
Yes.
Okay. I was planning on performing in the square. I was planning on performing in the square and talking to Lorna.
That was it, yeah. The performing. You were basically looking around. I remember you both wanted to try and earn some coin. That's what you were trying to do. Don't worry.
Sorry, you kind of cut out for a second.
God damn it. Yeah, it's my headset. Sorry. You both said, you both kind of had the idea that you wanted to make some money somehow. That was the comparison. Sorry. Okay. Alright, so... Okay, so let's see. Zelion, easy enough to get it. I can tell you that your stuff is all fixed up and clean, so if you want that back, you can get that. You already handed the money, I believe, right?
Yeah, I did just the other day.
Okay, then I can easily tell you, you got your stuff back. So you got that there.
Yep. I put my armor. I put my studded leather armor underneath my clothes. And sheathe my daggers.
Okay, fair enough. Trilly, what command are you wanting to try teach Sparks?
I believe last time I managed him to essentially come to the point I was pointing at.
Yes, that's correct.
I guess try and go for the opposite, see if I can get him to essentially back off and on command.
Okay. Make an animal handling check.
Yay.
Yay. Louder!
Yay!
Yay.
Sorry, I know Del could do that. 15.
15.
Okay. It takes you about 2 hours, but I'll say you do successfully teach the giant scorpion Sparks the concept of back away. In fact, what's the command word you have in mind for this?
I guess away.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. So now if you tell Sparks away, he will pretty much, from what you believe, he should be able to back away.
And I reward Sparks with as much food as he can eat.
Okay, fair enough. By the way, as you're doing this, you actually open your bag and you realize that your rations have become quite moldy. In fact, the heads up to all of you, if you have rations in your bags at this point, they have all gone bad.
What makes you think I haven't replaced them as I went?
Because nobody said anything.
Or eaten them?
Damn it,
Wait,
I'm gonna have to go
wait,
foraging
hold up.
for those then.
Wait. Our rations are dry foods, though.
Yeah, but they still dry and get flaky.
I'll just toss
So
them away.
yeah, so I will say this: if you want to replace them during your travels, if you want to replace your rations, I will have to double check this because it's the first time I have to do this employ.
It causes 1 GP. It says so right here.
Oh, fair enough. So yeah, if you want to buy a ration on your travels, you can put an extra gold to your expenses as you travel around. If any of you want to do that, I'll let you decide. I'll let you decide how much you want to buy if you want to do that.
Chip's probably gonna do it in the last day.
Okay.
I can
So
also
right now she
go
has the ration.
foraging for food as well, so...
Fair to do. But we'll sort out ration buying later.
I guess I'm going berry hunting again. These look freaking manky when I dump them out of my bag.
Sparks actually just goes up to them.
Have them if you want them.
Starts eating away at them.
It's not one, not.
Oh, welcome back, Heidi. Are you okay, by the way? Oh, sorry, just make sure she's alright. Bad timing. The sound of Final Fantasy plays in the background. Just for the record, Final Fantasy IX has an awesome soundtrack. Oh boy. We'll try have a talk later then, I guess. We'll see what we can do. Anyway. So we'll get back to Heidi's in just a moment then. So at this point, I'll say, based on the timing of things, you both make your way, and you actually both manage to reconvene with each other just about in the market square.
Fancy seeing you here.
Hello.
At this point, Zelion, you look and you notice Sparks coming right behind Trilly at this point.
Oh. Hey, Sparks.
He just sort of gives that sort of standard greeting he does, raising his giant pincers in the air. This causes a few townspeople just sort of like, what the hell? Oh my gosh. Alright.
I just look around. He's friendly.
To sort of look at you and then look at the giant scorpion and then the little halfling that's standing in front of a giant scorpion. And they just sort of slowly go back to go back to their business. And at this point, Trilly,
Yep.
you actually do notice a figure just coming towards you at this point. Let me get my list back up here. Okay, there we go. So, Trilly, you actually do notice the sight of an interesting looking figure. You see this giant walking turtle creature of some kind. He's sort of dressed in a sort of a blue style jacket that's unable to fasten on the front, but is mostly on the back of what you apparently can tell is a giant shell. You see that there are scratches or beat up of things. He's sort of moving quite slowly and casually, but he's walking in your direction. You see, you do see a headband around his, you do see a headband around the top of his forehead that is white and trimming off with ribbons. And he's sort of coming towards you with a little walking stick, trying to propel himself. And this is indeed a Toidle. As in, Sorry.
Not taking my eyes off the torso, I just nudge Zillion. What race is that? I've seen nothing like that ever.
Okay. Am I familiar with this race?
You can make a history check. Actually, no. Make either history or nature.
Okay. I'll make a history check.
Okay.
13.
13. You vaguely know what this is based on your history of things. Though you have never seen one before, you have at least seen this come up in conversation before. Let's see, I'm trying to find my beloved partial information of this. Where has it gone? Where has it gone? I had it right here. There it is. You do recognize that this is a turtle. A Tortle.
Okay, a tort.
Yeah.
It's a. I think that's a turtle.
They look amazing.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen one up close before, but I have heard stories about them.
At this point, the turtle's come close enough, manages to hear you slightly, and goes, "Well, the old eyes don't deceive you, my good man. I have to admit, I have never seen such a sight before. Of a half-elf, a halfling, and a half out of the ordinary sight behind you."
I look between all of us. What is he trying to figure out what he's talking about?
And with his stick, he just points at the giant scorpion behind you both.
Oh, right. That's a long story.
I'm sure it is. Definitely adds to my repertoire. Oh, sorry, I should probably introduce myself. My name is Hinpa, also known as Wind Scouter. I'm in charge of the eastern side of Noir. And
Nice to.
who will be you two?
Hi, Wind Scouter. I'm Trilly Thistleweight. Nice to meet you.
And I'm Zelion. I tip my head to him.
A pleasure. And I presume that giant crustacean is with you?
Yep.
That's Spark.
Sparks, eh? My. I haven't seen a sight like this since back at Notoria.
Maria?
Wait.
I was waiting to see
Say
how
that
long! What? You mean a sight like this back at Notoria?
Oh my god.
You
Do
know
you,
something about this, Curly?
do you remember how you got to Monu?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. I'm the portmaster, see? Well, before then, I was a mighty fine sailor of many different kinds. I used to traverse all over the waters, all around Monu, and all around the other islands, too.
I come from Nigeria.
Really? From Notoria?
Yep.
You're a bit out of your way, young girl.
I know. Oh, I'm so glad I bumped into you.
Why so?
Kind of embarrassing. I came here under very drunk circumstances, and I didn't know how to get back home. But if you've come from where I live,
I get you. You're looking for a ways to go back home.
I can go home.
It'll be quite some time, but there might be a way to get you home.
Mm.
You seem confused.
I've never really left I've never really left Manu before. So what is Naturia like?
Naturia. It is a lush green island that's situated off the eastern coast, off of Manu. It's quite a heck of a travel to get there. It's about nearly 2-3 weeks worth of sea travel.
Oh.
It is quite a distance away, but it is one of the most beautiful of places to ever lay eyes. Lush green landscapes, fields as far as the eye can see, nature and wildlife all beyond your wildest dreams. I think the last time I stepped there, I was like maybe 60 years ago.
Wow. It certainly sounds beautiful.
Oh, it is. I remember the local chief at the time, little Rosebud. Oh, she was a beautiful sight to behold. I remembered the way that she would entrance anybody who would grace her presence. She always made people feel so welcome. But then, well, then things got a little bit rough. The last thing I remember, well, it's something I haven't heard in a while, but they were apparently under siege from visitors who chose to visit them. After that, I don't know what else to say apart from that.
That's quite a story.
It is.
Yeah.
To be honest, I was drawn to you by curiosity. You kind of look like you're dressed similar to what the residents of Naturia are from. So I have to admit, I was curious. So forgive an old seaman his curiosity.
If it wasn't for your curiosity, I wouldn't have found a way back home.
If you're wishing to travel, though, I don't think there are many boats that travel along that direction nowadays. So, if you were to go in that direction, you would probably need a personal vessel of some kind, or a personal guide.
Right.
I would offer myself, but I am the portmaster. I can't really leave my post.
So boats don't go back to Naturia very often then?
As far as I'm aware, we get travelers from the other islands who choose to come round to Noir's port side, and then there are outside islands, more than even we know. There's some who appeared from Luxembourg. There were some who apparently came from by Naturia, but they haven't ventured to its land in some time. There's even some from Tasseldorm and from Glitterspark. But that's the only ones that come around here. None specifically from Naturia.
Right. Okay.
I'm sorry I couldn't be much more help to you, little one.
No, you've been plenty of help. Thank you.
At this point as well, by the way, Magnus and Trip, you both have turned up at this point from your exploits. So Magnus,
Oh.
you arrive first back, and you see the sight of the back of this figure who you don't recognize as a turtle, but you do see the figure talking to Trilly and Zelion.
Hey, you two. What's going on here?
Oh, hey Magnus.
And Trip has just come up behind Magnus at this point, literally about 30 seconds from behind.
Oh, hello.
Look who I found in the mine shaft.
Oh, hey Trip. What were you doing in the mines?
Trying to find some ores and silver. At least I find silver.
I see.
She didn't know me and Mugbeard were there already.
Ah, more companions. And the figure turns around, and you both see this giant turtle standing before you.
Oh, this is a first.
Ah, are these companions of yours, little Trilly?
Yep, this is Magnus and Trip.
Ah, a pleasure. Sorry, I am Hinpa, Wind Scouter as well. I'm the portmaster here of Noir.
Pleasure to meet you.
Tell me, you look interesting. He looks at Trip to start off with. I don't think I've ever seen a furbog most graces the shores of Monu.
Oh, well, I've heard many stories of this place, and I figured it would be nice to learn more about it, and hopefully become a legendary hero myself to make the Furbucks seem better than they were in the past.
A hero? My, that is quite a noble feat.
Thank you, sir.
And you, Magnus, was it?
Indeed.
Tell me, that symbol on your chest, that is from the elements, if I recall.
Correct. I'm surprised you know about them.
When you've lived as long as I have, you have seen many a people come through. Some unique, some special, some scary, and some pretty. I remember...
What do you know of their leader?
You mean the leader of the elements?
Yes.
I heard from one of the others that he was a brash young man at the time. He was forward. He always thought with his heart more than his head. And he always believed that he was the shining beacon who would guide the way.
That was a bit brash back then.
I take it you took after him. I was not really referring to you, but more...
I am him. I am Magnus. I am General Magnus of the Elements.
General Magnus. I didn't realize that he chose a successor.
I am not the successor. I was the one who retired in the first place. I am the original Magnus.
You're the original?
I was the one who founded the Elements.
My mind must have been playing tricks on me. I apologize.
It's no problem. When I heard you recognize that symbol, I'm like, I was very, very. I just wanted to see how my reputation preceded me.
Well, I do remember two of your comrades coming by. I believe one of them had the symbol of the ocean, and one of them had the symbol of a mountain.
The ocean. Where? How long ago?
Oh, unfortunately, my mind isn't as good as it used to be. I couldn't give you a definition. If I'd have to put a guess, though, I would say maybe about 10 years ago.
I'm sorry to report that the Elements are no more. Corestone was the one with the mountain, and he was killed along with the ocean.
Oh my word. I am so sorry to hear of your platoon.
It's the reason I'm active now.
And you are traveling with these two over here, I take it?
I am. I got roped in. I was around here looking for my former squad mates when I got roped in to help with this quest.
A quest?
I roll my eyes.
A quest, you say?
Honestly,
You can see us going.
Wait,
any more information.
Wait, going knee.
I was about to say I'd rather not get into the quest. Honestly, right now I'd rather not speak of it. We've been betrayed one too many times.
Betrayal is always a bitter feeling. I too have known that feeling once or twice before. It is sometimes, if you will grant me a little lesson to pass on from an old man to pass to his fellows. If you ever have the feeling of betrayal, always remember that when one hole is created, that hole will be filled again. You just have to find what fills it.
I'm pretty sure I already have.
You know, my new friend here was telling me that she is looking for a way back home. Are you all on this quest to help her get back home, or?
Well, sort of.
Kinda. We all have our own quests, but we're also kind of involved in the same quest, if that makes any sense.
I see. Separate reasons, but coming together.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully the ends justify the means.
Well, who knows? And his eyes are suddenly drawn to Zelion for a brief moment. I sense something. In fact, just briefly, Zelion, your unbeknownst to you, as you were riding on the horse, sort of the jottering around has actually caused your shard to hang out from your neck.
Wait, my pendant, my pendant's hanging out?
No, not the pendant. I mean the actual dragon shard.
Mm.
Didn't you have the dragon shard attached to your necklace?
Oh, yeah, I have. Oh, yeah, I have I do have the dragon shard, and I do have my necklace. I thought they were just both kind of separate, though.
Yeah, they are. I'm just saying that the necklace of your dragon shard is now sticking out.
Yeah, my shard is still. Yeah, my shard is around my neck.
All right. Well, he looks and notices the shard from your phone and goes, "My, that is a precious-looking stone you have around your neck, good sir."
I look down and realize the shard's out. Oh, yeah, it's special. I tuck it back into my shirt.
Ah, a special trinket. Always a pleasure to see such business. Forgive me. I'm an old turtle. I'm probably just boring all of you with my nonsense.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Honestly, it feels good to at least know that they're around.
Alright.
Anyway.
At this point, by the way, Mugbeard, you arrive now on the scene from your little training session, and now you all see the group, and you make your way there as well.
Oh, good. I was about to go out searching for him.
All right.
I'm thinking about it. Have you guys seen Lorna at all today?
Lorna? Not today. I think she went to the hotel. I'm going to go out looking for her. If you want to join me, that's fine.
I was needing to speak with her about something anyway.
You and me both. Alright, let's go find her. Let's check the hotel first. I had the strangest feeling like I know where she went.
Ah, I apologize on keeping you.
Oh, no, it's no problem at all, sir. It's just we completely forgot about her for a minute.
I'm
Fair enough, my young friends. Well, I suppose I shall let you all get on with your devices. Well, I'm around the port if you ever need to give an old turtle some company. Now, if you mind, I should probably get back. Don't want those young'uns to cause trouble while I'm away.
Understandable.
And little Trilly,
Yes?
I may not have the means to get you there, but I can try to inquire as best I can to see if there's anyone or anything that could probably help you out, if you so wish.
Thank you, Mr. Windscouter.
Please. Windscouter is what the folks around here prefer to call me. If you must know, I prefer to have my friends call me by my actual name, so if you wish, you may call me Hinpa if it makes you feel that little more special.
Okay.
He just sort of gives this gentle smile as best he can. Hold on, do we still have a Mugbeard, or is he technically out the call?
He says he went to bed.
Oh, I just noticed he's gone.
no boy.
Yeah, he sort of. I know he sort of watched earlier and stuff, and then he bounced off. I just had to make sure. So okay, Mugbeard is probably a bit like that. Okay, so at this point, Hinpa begins to walk off, sort of gently tapping as he walks with the stick towards the other side of Manu. Not Manu, no, Noir. I had all this planned out. I did so great.
That is one fast turtle.
Well, no, he's going at the best pace he can.
No, I'm saying he went to the other side of Manu. I'm like,
he's gone right to Costico.
As he's walking off, Trilly would like to pull a pan flute from her pocket, and I want to do, essentially play a song from Nishoria.
Make a performance check with advantage. I would love if this is the nat 20. 11.
Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, it's the first one. Oh, 6. 11. Okay. Based on hearing the news, you're a little bit sort of shaky, but there is a small tune that does come out of your pan flutes at this point. It's very faint, but there is a small melody there. As you play it, people are sort of coming over to have a little look and listen to this halfling who's just playing a sad, tiny little tune. Back with Ursula. Heidi, you still there, yeah?
Yeah.
No worry. Don't worry. If anything else, I understand, okay?
The only thing I caught before I had to go to dinner was that I was about to storm my graveyard, and then after that I had to go to dinner.
Yeah, no worries. Basically, at this point, Erickson literally calls out to you for a brief moment and goes, "Before you go, I have one little thing to pass on, if I may."
I pause, but I don't speak.
Just so you know, all that effort I did on all of you, you know I did it for all of you. I did it for a poor woman of the family. You know there was nothing we could do at the time. You know that. No matter my skills or yours. You know we tried, right?
I listen, but I don't reply.
Very well. Just so you know, This might be the last time I physically show myself. I just wanted to at least tell you one thing before I left. I suggest you don't get tangled up with the Black Pen. Whether this is me looking out for you or more just to keep out of business, whatever way you want to look at this. But I suggest you don't trifle with Quill. He is a man who generally is probably worse than I've ever been. And he hasn't even lost everything. Whether you see this as a concern from a father, or you see this as the words of a madman. Whatever way you want to look at them. And he sort of walks towards you, but he's a bit of a distance, like he's sort of about to walk past you. Not right next to you, but just like at a distance. He sort of gets in level with you, looks almost the same direction, then turns to look at you and go, "The only last thing I'll pass for you then. The Staff of Jirai is complete. I got what I was after. Then I suggest you choose how you want to live yourself. But a warning from me. If you choose to travel further down this path to fight them, it might not be the best decision you've ever made."
Well, it's certainly a better decision to die fighting as a hero than die at the hands of a man I once called my father. And with that, I storm out of the graveyard.
Okay. As you storm out, the only last thing you hear is, "It's not too late!" And that's the last thing you hear as you go rushing out. The madman's asking what he missed. All you just missed was the sound of a turtle just reminiscing about the past. Kind of like that voice. I improv that. Hey, it worked. It worked. So at this point, Ursula, you rush by as you do. And as you make your way, you sort of bump into a familiar figure to you. You actually bump into Himpa.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me. I wasn't watching where I was going.
No worries, no worries. Is that you, Ursula?
Himpa?
By the breath I breathe. It's so good to see you, young dear.
It's so nice to see a friendly face. I gently hug the tortoise. A turtle. Sorry.
The turtle. It's a twaddle. By the way, I would like to thank everybody for not going the obvious joke with a giant walking turtle.
Somebody even mentioned Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wait,
Well, yeah,
that wasn't what he was?
No, that wasn't what I was scared that someone was going to make the reference to Oogway.
That's what I was thinking it was!
Ah, young Master Poe. You are just a bunch of posers. Sorry, I couldn't resist. So Himpa just looks at you and goes, "What are you doing back in Noir?"
Oh, I'm just traveling with a group of friends. Out to save the world again.
With friends? You wouldn't happen to be traveling with Trilly?
Yeah. Why?
I literally just bumped into your group back in the square. They seem like a lovely bunch of people.
They have their moments.
But my, look at you. You've grown into such a beautiful, strong woman.
Well, living out on the road isn't exactly easy on the on the spirit, but anything to stay alive, I guess.
There's nothing wrong with that. Sorry, make the most of what is given to you. I think that's what a lot of people would say. You know, it's weird. I look at you and I think I do remember seeing your mother in you somewhere. I can see it in those eyes. That gentle spirit.
Funny enough, I was just actually at her grave not too long ago.
You came to visit Abigail.
I miss her so much.
I understand it is a burden on you. But if anything, I think she would be proud on seeing such a girl with a beautiful smile that keeps going.
As much as it can, anyways.
You should always do the best you can. God damn it, Matt! David Attenborough from Monster Hunter. Here we see the Rathalos. That'd be interesting. I could probably try that. I might try that. Sorry. At this point, it's always best to do what you can. Just do what you can. I'm sure your mum would be proud regardless of what you do.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Now then, I best get back to the shores. You never know exactly what can happen.
Right. Take care of him.
I shall do my best. Just look after yourself and do drop by for a visit sometime. It'd be good to catch up.
Of course, of course. I look forward to it.
Just promise me you won't go playing with my barrels again. I still remember the last time.
Hey, I didn't know there was gunpowder in them.
You mixed gunpowder for pepper. I remember you put that pepper on your... I remember you put the gunpowder on the chicken. You popped it there, and all I can remember was the sight of everyone as you put that match to that, and... Oh, it was a scare. But a good laugh nonetheless.
No burning chickens this time. I promise.
Just be strong. That's always the best thing to do. If anything, you've definitely got something to fill up that hole that was made by your mom.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Now, he sort of leans into you and sort of waves his sort of scaly-esque finger and sort of leans you in for a whisper.
I lean in.
Between you and me, you mentioned about saving the world. I'm guessing that's what this whole hullabaloo's about, huh?
I cover my mouth. I'm not allowed to say.
Secrecy, I'm guessing? Or is it just keeping the peace?
A bit of both.
I understand. Well, I will not say anything. You know how I am. I am a turtle with not loose lips, because as the saying goes, loose lips sink ships. Anyway, I should probably get back before the worst happens. Knowing my luck, probably Jaffiah is causing trouble at the docks. Seriously, that guy couldn't even lead it. That guy can't even lead anything. He probably can't even lead a horse to water.
I'll let you go then.
Take care, okay? And try brighten up. And Himpa just...
slowly nod, giving him a light smile.
At that point, Himpa just smiles back and walks off. And as he does so, for a brief moment, the sun begins to pierce through the sky. the light shines down, and it literally shines right in front of you, Ursula.
I look up at it. I guess this is your way of telling me you're watching over me, huh, Mom? And with that, I'm going to head back to the group.
Okay. As you do so, you rush ahead for about, literally the best part of about 2 minutes, and there you see the majority, minus a mugbeard, of your group, all there, and they see you all coming up from the side. So all of you look over, and you see Ursula, who's just rushing ahead to come and meet up with you.
I wave her over.
I'm going to stand next to Trip.
Okay.
Trip just smiles to her.
I give a light smile back.
So as all of you are back together, you then see 2 figures coming towards you.
Oh boy.
The 2 figures are none other than Lisa and Lorna, both walking side by side together, with probably a more spruced up Lorna, as you remember her from Helix, and the traditional Lisa coming towards you with that garment approach. And as well as that, as well as all this is going on, Topaz comes up from the side as well to literally join up with the group as well. And as all this is going on, Topaz has actually got the beloved Crystal right behind her, who's currently sort of being more shy than before. Instead of being a loudmouth, he's just curled up like, I don't know if this is a good idea. And there, Topaz, you arrive at the square and you see the 2 figures looking at the group.
Huh. Where have you been?
With me at the temple, there was some trouble there.
Hmm.
And you look behind you, and there you see the shaded up figure dressed up in a brown cloak.
And who is this?
Well, do you wish to introduce yourself?
Okay. My name is Crystal. I'm a worshipper of Bahamut.
I'm going on the assumption that this was the trouble.
Yes, Magnus, you are correct.
It's not my fault. You've been chosen by a god. You have to preach your voice.
Chosen by a god?
I'm like, oh god, oh, one of these. One of these people.
I just facepalm. This is why I don't have a religion.
What's wrong? What's wrong with having?
Exactly why I don't.
What's wrong with being dedicated to your god? If they came to you in a dream and chose you, what are you supposed to do? Just pat
Wait, hold up, right there. Came to you in a dream.
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to have a crystal on you, would you?
I do not know.
Did you have one?
No. Why?
Trip just remembers the name Bahamut.
Yeah. If you wanna, you can make a history. You can make a history check.
No, she actually heard the name.
Oh.
Trip
Remember? Who did she talk with?
That's right. Fair enough.
She said they exchanged the names of their gods, so she knows who Bahamut is.
Okay. Fair enough. Go ahead. Sorry. Carry on.
Trip is something up? Is something wrong?
Well, Bahamut, well, someone we know, she holds up the shield with the shard in it for a moment, has mentioned that name.
Really?
If you don't mind me asking, who?
Again, she holds up the shield with the shard in it, and to him, want to say who it exactly is.
In other words, Trip Shield is dropping hints.
Oh, okay.
Cool, dumb, cool.
I just.
You want to kill that bird, don't you?
Mind if I roll an attack?
Go ahead. Will somebody please kill that Boyd?
Damn it. I missed.
What's
Let's cue that bird, actually.
Yeah, I know what it is. Wait, you actually know the line?
Yes.
Where's it from?
Samurai Pizza Cat.
Good boy! That's an anime.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah,
You know.
I love that anime. All right, so yeah, you missed the bird.
Yeah, no, really. 13 misses.
Yeah. All right, Heidi. So at this point, Crystal just sort of puts his hand up for a brief moment and goes, who are these? Are they other followers of Saloon as well, Topaz?
No, they are my companions.
Companions?
They are my traveling party.
Oh, I see. Hello.
Hello there. She waves. I'm more a follower of Hephaestus.
Isn't Hephaestus a smithing god?
Trip Shield nods and goes, yeah, that's right.
Huh, I thought that was more worshipped by dwarfs.
Hello.
Well,
Hello, Adele.
well,
Oh my gosh, it finally works. I don't know what happened. My sound glitched out.
Oh, sorry,
I
Dad.
just let Discord do its own thing.
I was talking and and you guys weren't responding. Then I realized my microphone wasn't working.
Tech issues.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right.
anyhow, as I was saying,
Yeah, go ahead.
well, fate is a strange thing, and I have delved in the beliefs of Hephaestus.
Well, he sort of looks over at Topaz for a moment, then looks back and goes, well, I'm not questioning that at all. Did I do that right, Topaz?
Yes, you did.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm sorry. I don't know what else I can really say in this scenario. And there, at this point, Lisa walks forward and meets up with all of you and goes, good morning, Hope Finders.
Good morning to you.
Morning. I tip my hat.
Good morning to all of you.
Yeah.
Did you all sleep well?
Yes, we did.
Considering the shape I was in yesterday, oh, yes, I did.
Yeah. Yep.
Lorna told me the situation. I'm sorry you had to go through such a difficult time and all that. But if anything, I'm more grateful the fact that you actually saved her, as well as uncovered the slight mystery of that hidden area.
Speaking of which, your head guard decided to close off the mine.
Yes, under my request. Until we figure out the rest of it, we figured it might be best to prevent any more people from venturing in and disappearing.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Now, from what I've heard from Lorna, there is some situation that has happened. Is that correct?
We believe the Black Pen has taken over Noir. No, not Noir.
Wait, they're taking over Noir? They're taking over my city?
No. No, it's Helix.
Fucking up.
Helix.
Helix, thank you. We believe the Black Pen has taken over Helix.
She sort of leans to Lorna and goes, I could tell he is trouble. Yeah, definitely.
We have reason to believe that a doppelganger is taking Lorna's place.
A doppelganger? Huh. I guess
they may have manipulated the townspeople too, or then again, maybe they actually hate us. I don't know, but
I think they follow whoever's their leader.
regardless, not everybody in that town hates us, so there's at least a chance. We just need to, but we do need a strategy.
Does make sense. She sort of glances at the rest of the group for a brief moment. She actually looks over where you are, Topaz, and notices Crystal and goes, "You have another travel companion, I see."
Yes, we just met.
Actually, he's more of a troublemaker than a companion.
A troublemaker? Did you bring him here to face crimes?
More like a compromise.
A compromise? What are you proposing, Topaz?
He wishes for a place to worship the god that he follows. And there doesn't seem to be any establishment here that allows that.
I see. Tell me, who is the god you worship? What is your name? It's Crystal, ma'am. And I am a follower of Bahamut. Bahamut. I have to admit, that name is rarely spoken. But why did you choose to preach it here in Noir, if you don't mind my asking? Well, the truth is, I was told that Noir would be the place that it would make the biggest change to proclaim the name for my god. And he came to me in a dream and told me that there I would find the answer I seek to get myself going. And so far, all I've just got is just, well... And he looks over at you, Topaz, for a moment and goes, "I've just got a lecture from her." A lecture? Topaz, what did you exactly say to him, if you mind my asking?
He, believe it or not, ma'am, he was preaching about his god at a temple that worships the god that worships the goddess that I follow.
Oh, I see.
And he also defaced the temple, I believe. I am going to take him back to clean up the mess that he created.
Concerning that you just told me that, I'd say that's worth the price to pay for that one. But you do see some good in him?
Yes, I know he has no one. He just needs a place to worship the god that he follows.
Well, I could probably call this a personal favor then. I'll see if there's something we can do for this comrade of yours. If he learns to face his crimes of defacing another god's temple.
That seems like a fair trade.
You'll let me, I will. Thank you. And you see Lisa just sort of give the nod as if to give the approval. Now then, back to the other matter at hand. I believe that me and Lorna have come up with an idea of our own to help with your scenario.
And that would be?
Well, I believe Helix. Well, maybe it's best if Lorna explains this. I have to go through so many voices.
So many voices, so little time.
Yeah, 1 second, hang on. Sorry, needed water. Not making that mistake again.
Okay, hang on a second. Gotta go on mute. Vacuum cleaner.
Okay. So, I believe I may have an idea. Helix is currently going to be going through its honoring ceremony lately, which is basically the fabric sharing festival. It's a festival. It's a festival we all go through to send out the local fabrics and things. The mayor gives their approval of the fabrics in charge and sends them off into the cities. In a way, it's our way to keep the compromise because of the unity.
Okay.
Normally when this happens, the gates open up as a free trade as well for people to come outside and trade their wares to acquire the fabric. So that way, if the cities get it, then the traveling merchants can come in and proclaim this ware for themselves to sell to towns and villages.
How do we get in without being recognized?
Well,
I look over at Trip. I then kind of glance over at Trip. Wait, they haven't met Trip yet.
and
I think she's good.
And that is exactly my plan.
What? Huh?
If we use Trip as a means of entry, perhaps we can find our way through.
One problem. I'm kind of hard to hide.
That is
I
not
have. Oh, sorry.
It's all right. That is not a problem. For you see, I stole something from Quill the other day.
You have my attention.
And with that, she puts her hand in a pocket and she pulls out a small purple stone of some kind.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
There.
It,
What do you think it is?
it's a teleportation stone, isn't it?
Not quite. Well, Ursula has disguised self there, so that's an idea there. This is a pocket stone.
Which is?
This pocket stone has the ability to send people to a small pocket dimension of some kind. Then, when the crystal breaks, the dimension reveals itself and the inhabitants within it get walked back outside. You could say it's like a mini room on the go, so to speak.
You want to put me inside a stone?
I'm thinking to put those that can't disguise into a stone. Then, when we enter inside, we shall have Trip be the one to release us. We uncover the doppelganger, and hopefully we can get back my city and your justice.
Well, the thing is, one of us can even. Well,
We could try to look out for people who still view us as heroes.
Well, also, one thing, one of us can hide in a backpack.
Looks over.
One is a rogue, and who can just disguise themselves. And basically, the only person that would need to be in there would be me, a Topaz, and me, Topaz, and Trilly. Oh, no, not Trilly. Fuck, my
And
brain's out
Mugbeard.
today. Me, Trizelion, and Topaz.
And Mugbeard.
Mugbeard's a dwarf. If he shaves his beard, he's unrecognizable.
I do have a disguise kit and a couple of costumes.
So it's just me and Lena.
May I speak up?
Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. What is a Trip?
One moment. She goes through her stuff and then pulls out with her
Pulls out what, sorry?
the black pen robe.
Oh.
Okay, so maybe just Lena.
One of you can use this, right? And they will be easily recognized by the doppelganger. After all, if the doppelganger works with the black pen, they would like to take their members up to their quarters.
That could work.
That's not a bad
But we run the risk of alerting all the people of Helix, though.
Well, all the people of Helix that are not on our side, anyways.
Again, I think the only reason they threw us out was because their leader demanded it.
That is.
At least their fake leader demanded it.
So if we can somehow sneak Lord Lana back in, that we can be let back in, maybe the people will accept us back.
Let's think about who's who's in Helix that would potentially help us.
Goldie.
Right,
Goldie's
Goldie.
still there.
Yeah, no duh. But besides Goldie,
I'm pretty sure Goldie's the only one that can do this.
What about that one kid that we saw at the exit? Do you remember, Magnus?
The one who threw a stone at me?
No, there was another one. One that we rescued from the maze.
I met him.
Oh. Oops.
Oh my god, that's a name.
Yeah,
That's a name back.
The name.
The guys over in the sewer. Yeah, the brothers over in the sewer.
They are
more
kids and can be manipulated.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah. Mortu and Gatu, I believe, were their names. Half elves, I believe.
Yes.
What about Bash? Do you think he'd be willing to help us?
He follows whoever's in charge as well.
Oh.
Well, I'd say if anything else, let's have a think about it. And I'd say probably by tomorrow morning we'll figure out a plan, and I'd say we could all probably get going.
Small problem with that initial plan.
Yes?
I'm having a suit of armor made for myself. Might take 3 or 4 days.
The problem is the festival's in a few days as well. Well, actually, hold on. I'm working things out. You could, but you'd be cutting it close.
If I stayed behind, everyone else could go along with the plan, and once we're all allowed in, I could just stroll in casually.
All right.
I would need you to send, although I would need a signal. Remember that cannon I fired?
No. How about I send you the Raven?
Raven's too far. I could stay at the Costa nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah, this could work.
Remember what happened the last time you got Cannon happy?
No, it's not me who's getting cannon happy. They fire it off like a blank. It's like, oh, okay, I'll just stroll in through the gates.
Well, it is
I'm still amazed that cannon didn't explode.
Wait, you nearly blew up one of my cannons?
Long story short, I forgot to check whether it was loaded or not. That's a long time ago. It doesn't matter now.
Well, we'll talk about that plan later.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. I Magnus Warely.
I did. Anyway. So let's see what the options are. We have the pocket dimension. We have the pocket dimension. We have the disguises. And we have the black pen idea. We definitely got options. I'd say it might be best to work on what we can get. So whatever idea works for everybody, I'd say we go with it.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Fair enough.
Alright.
Anyway, Topaz, will you do me one favor? Will you take Crystal back to your temple and have him clean up that mess? Oh, she's probably still off with the vacuum. As for the rest of you... Oh, I should probably do something beforehand. She claps her hands. And there you see her familiar drow sidekick, the one that Trip actually rescued, arrive with a giant chest.
Oh, this is Lisa talking, right?
This is Lisa here. Lisa's calling for her assistant. And with that, he places the chest in the ground in front of you all. And Lisa at this point looks up and goes, I believe I still haven't given you your extra reward for what you have done.
I raise
Chip
my
is already
eyebrow.
looking with a declining look like, but, and wants to say, don't interrupt her, please.
Is anyone going to interrupt Trip?
No.
With what?
She's gonna
She's
say
about
her thing.
she's about to. Let's put it this way: if you don't want the reward, say. If you don't want the reward, then let her speak.
No, let's. Well, wait a minute. We have a reward.
You have just rescued. You have rescued Lorna, saved my city. I think it's the least I could do.
Can I open the chest?
Of course, if you want to have a look what's in there first.
I'm opening the chest.
Inside,
It's a mimic.
You're welcome.
you open it up and no,
How about what?
Why would you do that?
Damn it.
no, it's not. It's not a mimic. I promise you.
Thank you.
All right.
I don't want to get eaten again.
I still can't believe that happened. Anyway, let's open the chest.
Yes.
I'm opening the chest.
You open the chest, and inside you see a large amount of gold coins.
I look at the drow. And like, you're a lot stronger than you look.
There is more to us than you can think. Do you spake the time to count, or do you just look?
Can I attempt to lift the darn thing?
Go ahead. Yep, you managed to
Got a
lift it
level
up, but
plus
there
7.
is a bit of a weight to it. And at this point, the drow looks at you and goes, as a small token of the gratitude, my mistress has decided to award your beloved group of adventurers a total of 8,000 gold coins.
8,000.
What the? And how many people are there?
Where's
6?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3,
Excuse me while I do
Well,
my money.
seven, Mugbeard.
7, that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And-
8, technically including.
Sexton.
Yeah. There's
Wait,
8,000
sorry.
in there. 1,000 gold for all of your... 1,000 for each of your group.
But didn't he say he didn't need the extra reward thanks to the shop?
Maybe so, but I feel it's the only fair to at least do something.
Well,
Well, keep hold of it and see what he says.
Okay.
I'll just take 1,000 gold.
Okay.
I will probably take the 1,000 as well.
Fair enough. Well, I'll say...
There's something that Trip you wouldn't expect from Trip. She was about to do that, but she thinks for a moment and then said, "I'll take 1,000 as well."
Okay, good. I would have
Have you forgotten what she's gonna do still?
Oh, I know. I know what she's doing. So I'll say, if you want to take your share, add 1,000 gold to your tallies.
I'm only taking 200.
Oh.
What, you're taking how many?
You see
This is
Lacey
my
looking at for a moment and goes, "You're not taking the full share, Elsa?"
I'll take 1,000 too, so let me add 1,000 of mine.
Go ahead. I'll tell you what, if you haven't taken the 1,000, let me know how much you've taken.
200.
Okay, Ursa's the only one. Why only 200?
There's 800 left. That means.
Give it to the people of Noir.
Okay.
I see. You wish to help us rebuild, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was thinking. I just decided to take the gold, so I bring it to other people.
Very well. Then, tell you what. At this point, you see the drow sort of counting it up. The drow hands you, Ursula, back another 300, and Trip, she sort of says, "At least take half of what you owe. Take half for yourself, and we'll keep half for the city."
Trip just nods.
500 for me then?
Yeah.
Very happy.
Also, if you want to, we can take care of the temple problem now.
Yeah, that's fine. If all else fails, we'll finish up the little talking here, and then we'll sort out the temple mess.
Okay, because that is a holy mess that he created.
So just take
Literally.
the 500 then.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, yeah. So Ursula and Trip, you both get 500 gold, and the
if
rest of
Moon-
you all get 1,000. And Raven, well, we'll find out what he wants to do with 1,000.
If Moonraven were here, he'd say, "Just give me a couple of kegs instead or something like that."
Probably. Well, in which case, we'll have a talk with him about that 1,000.
If that's the case, I'm taking his gold.
Just fucking do it. We'll find out what happens.
Hey, it's the most amount of money Magnus has seen in a very long time.
Hey, you guys have done a lot, if you think about it. Alright, at this point, Topaz. So, while this is all going on, you take your share. I'll say you go back with Temple. Yeah, no worries, Ursula. If you want, you can head off, Heidi, because we're just coming to the end.
Alright.
Okay,
I'm gonna head off then.
Alright.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Listen.
Also,
Bye.
bless you for whoever sneezed.
Yeah, bless for whoever sneezed. Alright.
See ya.
See you in a bit, Heidi. Okay, so we'll go with this. So, I'll say it takes a bit of time. You can, for the sake of levity, takes about an hour for the guy to finish up the cleaning. Oh, Topaz, you wanted to do that training, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then the last thing we'll do, let's see if we end this on a success. Topaz.
Let's hope so. I've
outs-
got my fingers crossed.
I'll say this right now. You're with you outside the temple. I'll say while the hour's going on. If you want to do the training now, you can do, or if you want to, you can do it when you guys leave Noir. It's entirely up to you.
Hey, do it here while we're in.
Okay, then I will give you 2 chances to get this. So, just for
Okay.
clarity, you need to roll a D100. Now, I'll tell you, because you practiced before, the target number you have to get is smaller than what you had before. So, you have 2 chances to try to hit it.
Okay, it's a 1D100, right?
That is correct. 1D100. Oh,
Jeez, this is the first time this thing's come out.
Okay, please. 51.
51.
Nope.
Actually, the number was 50.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not joking. You needed a 50 or higher.
And I got a 51? Wow.
Yep. So, in other words, by the skin of your teeth, Lena, you got it on the first shot.
I say blind luck.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you what. Lena, roll another D100. Let's see what would have happened
Okay.
if it was the other way around.
Something tells me this 1D100 is going to count.
You know, I could just hit up.
95! Wow!
Yeah.
95. Yeah, she would have succeeded. She would have succeeded even with the first one being a mess up.
Jesus.
So, Topaz,
Yes?
with the deed that you have done, you feel, as this is going on, it's the best chance to try and see what you can do with this
Okay,
practice you
so-
wanted to do. So,
Okay.
as you are watching your, say, not really converted, but more enlightened follower of Bahamut, you feel this presence on you. You
Okay.
feel a gentle whisper in your ear, just telling you, try again. It takes you a while to click what she means, but then you figured it's worth to try. You
Okay.
in fact, tell me, how do you want to train for this? Tell me how you feel you want to learn the ability you've got. You know what it is. Don't say it to everyone else, but I need to know what you want to do to try to learn it.
What do I want to do to try to learn it?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Would you say that, okay, first of all, would you say that I've mastered this technique?
It'll take a little bit of time, but I'll say at this point you'll have the knowledge to pull it off in battle. But I'd say if you want to, I'll say based on the hour, this is basically you finishing it up and going for the last stage of practicing it. So tell me how you want to fully master this move. Give me the description. How do you want to move yourself, shall we say?
Okay, how do I want to move myself? Could you do me a favor and either...
I know what you're on about. I know what you're on about. The move.
Okay.
I practiced this so hard.
You pretty much got this. You pretty much got the gist of it.
Yep, I got it. Now I just have to find it first. I left everything I own in one piece.
Okay, Gold Roger.
I don't care. It works. Let's see. Is that the one in mind? I don't think that's the one in mind, is it? Fuck. I planned this. Where the hell is it? Where the hell is it? If I remember, we chose guiding, right?
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. Alright, yeah. So, okay, you know what? I'll describe how we go about this. So, Topaz, as you get the feeling within you, you realize where you went a little bit wrong on your training. You take your two scimitars, and instead of combining them together, you decide to get the points together in the air. You feel them glow with the holy energy of Saloon. You push them into the ground at the same time, and then you flick your swords up, like as if you're doing an uppercut. And as you do so, this wave of energy fires out in a straight line. It fires straight ahead, and to the nearby pile of trash, you strike into it with a radiant shockwave, and it bursts straight through the ground, and the trash is completely obliterated. Congratulations, Lena. You have now just learned Guiding Cutter.
Awesome!
And I will input to that into Beyond for you for the next session. And unbeknownst to everyone else, you've learned this technique and you can do what you want with it later. So with that, I think this is where we're going to end tonight's session, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Now, after we end this session, and before you head off to Betty Bye,
you want me to send you the details?
Yeah, and then I want to inform you of something after we're clear.
Yeah, I'll do so. What's up, Del? You sounded a bit upset.
Let me go over
No, it's nothing. I'll talk. It's just nothing.
No, Del, what's up? What's up? Is there something else you wanted to finish up?
I didn't get to finish all of my tasks.
Sorry, I missed on the whole thing, and Trip didn't do the library either. Well, there's a bit more to the day, so if anything else, we'll have that as the start of the next session, because I felt like we had a bit of the info dump.
I thought we had a week, so I planned out for a week. But then again, it can also be one day.
Yeah, concerning the fact that Magnus is going to be waiting, there's plenty of time. So if you want to, we'll pick up the next session with the last bits of your tasks.
Sounds good to me.
Because then that way we can start with that little bit and it's fresh in the mind, and that gives me time to fine-tune everything.
Besides, one of the tasks on our list, the third task can be done on the way to Helix anyway.
Right, sure thing. Sorry, I've just been yawning a bit, so I think it'd be best if we headed off now. But otherwise, guys, with that said, sorry for this large, too much eventful, but I hope everyone still enjoyed the show. And with that said, if you were charged with joy with this stream, be sure and hit the subscribe button and check out the other videos we got going down. Huge thank you to all of you who turned up, and I hope everyone had a great time nonetheless. So, with that said, it's goodbye from Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers. It's goodbye from Del.
Boy, everybody!
Goodbye from Cotlol.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye from Aeon.
Roll out.
From Chopper.
Peace.
From Lena.
is still muted.
Oh, Lena's on the mute. Okay. And also from Mugbeard and from Heidi, who sadly disappeared off. And we shall see how things go for the next session. So, with that said, this is Brownie of the Joy Charge Gamers, signing off on Let's Play Live Perception Check Dungeons and Dragons. Stay charged and catch you all later. Goodbye.
Boy!
Bye.
Peace.
Hey ho.